Hey, Russell Hotel's going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it. Today is Friday. Today is Friday. It's Friday the 13th. You know what? I didn't even, was I supposed to know that? Darn, I did not know that. Well, today is Friday, June 13th. June 13th, Friday the 13th. So hope you guys are doing well. I'm sure everyone's doing fine. I mean, no one's into that superstitious thing. But hey, I didn't know until I saw the date. You know, I knew it was June the 12th or 13th. I wasn't sure if it was the 13th, Friday the 13th. But anyway, it is. So anyway, well, what can that mean if it's Friday? Well, it's nothing then other than the daily check-in with Russell of Hotel. So regardless of what the date, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're going to be doing on air with Russell of Hotels. I'm sorry, the daily check-in with Russell of Hotels. See, I'm getting confused because Friday being Friday the 13th. But anyway, this is a daily check-in with Russell of Hotels. I also do a show called On Air with Russell of Hotels. Comes on every Tuesday at 1 o'clock PST. Okay, so this show here comes on, there's different times, right? So normally in the afternoon, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it by 5. Well, it's 5 o'clock right now, and I'm doing it because, hey, I got a movie to go check out later this evening. So, yeah, no basketball tonight for me. I'm going to the movies. So anyway, so I do these daily check-ins. It's all about hospitality with me. So anything hospitality, I'm going to do it. I'm going to talk about it, the good, the bad, sometimes even the ugly of hospitality. Yeah, and believe me, yes, sometimes there's some ugly, some behind-the-scenes stuff, or maybe in your face stuff. I mean, it just depends on what it is. But hey, we're showcasing today the Hotel Del Coronado. You guys know that this last week or Sunday through Tuesday, I was in Coronado, California, and with Discover Coronado, which is their DMO or CVB, and it was just great just to see Coronado in a different way because I've been there as a tourist or someone that was staying at the Hotel Del 150 years ago. Funny thing or not, it was built in 1888. Did you know that? So, so 150 years ago was my first time being there. But yeah, I hadn't been there in years. I'm gonna say about 25 years, and to see it how it is now, and just renovated it this year, 2025. I think it just reopened. They're still gonna reopen some other rooms or whatever, but I didn't realize the entire campus was well it it's an ex it's an ex I can't even speak. It's it extensive. It's an extensive like campus or hotel. I don't say campus because I think I'm talking about a school or hospital or something like that. It's not that, but the entire it's just oh man, it's more than what I thought. Okay, because what I knew Hotel Del was the one building, the luxury, the history, and all that. Well, I'm finding out, and they call them neighborhoods. So there's 5 different neighborhoods that make up Hotel Del Coronado, and I'm like 5 different neighborhoods because it's funny. I had met with somebody at one of these conferences and trade shows or whatever, and she was explaining that to me, and I just couldn't get it. I didn't understand what she was talking about. I said I know Hotel Del, okay, Hotel Del Coronado. I don't know anything about these neighborhoods. Well, when you go there and see, and you're doing a tour, well, now I understand, right? So there's 5 different neighborhoods. And I'll give you the 5 real quick, right? The Victorian, which is the historical part of it. Like right now, we're in the Victorian, right? And the guest rooms I think I'm going to show are all Victorian because my phone went dead, so I wasn't able to take photos of the other guest rooms. But okay, the Victorian is the number 1, okay, because that's the creme de la creme, if you will. Then it's broken down into the cabanas. They have rooms there. It's a separate building. The Views, separate building. Shore House, separate building. Beach Village. All of them have their own kind of unique flair and vibe, if you will. It doesn't take away from the Hotel Del, the history, and all that comes along with it. But yeah, we had a little history lesson. They had a lady on their staff there that talked about the history of the hotel, the renovation that it been going through. Oh man, it was amazing, spectacular, historical, all that stuff, right? And right there in Coronado, okay, built in 1888, 718 rooms. Last renovation was right now, 2025. And as far as meeting space is concerned, 97,500 square feet of meeting space. That's for all the people that like, oh my God, we're gonna have a convention there. Okay, well, there you go. 97,500 square feet. So there you go. Hey, we're live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube. I'm giving some history about the Hotel Del. Hotel Del Coronado is the hotel that I'm showcasing today. So anytime I do a daily check-in with Russell of Hotels, or what is it called? On air with Russell of Hotels. Any live thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take a hotel along with me. Hotel that I've experienced, hotel that I've been to, hotel that I can talk intelligently about. Hopefully I can. And so today is the Hotel Del Coronado. So there you go. Hey, before I get started though, and I know I've already started, but I saw this and I was, sometimes you see something on LinkedIn and you hope it's not true, right? Especially when it comes to a colleague who is no longer with us. And I saw this like 2 days ago. I even made a comment on LinkedIn, but I was hoping, just like anytime you see somebody that that's no longer with us, and you hope that's not true, right? Although I made a comment, I was still kind of like, this is not true, right? Because I don't see any other comments, right? Well, today I saw more comments. So yes, it's true. So Miss Debbie Megna, she was the destination sales executive with Travel Costa Mesa. She passed away. So my condolences to her family, her husband and her two kids. I knew, how people, you see them all the time for years. If you heard their name, even before I met her, I always had heard her name because she was I want to say director of sales at the Riverside CVB for some time, I think 17 years or something like that. So I always knew of her name. And then I met her when she was with Travel Costa Mesa. And we would talk, when we would see each other at these conferences. If I had an appointment with her or not, we would have conversations, and we would talk about, we started talking about, personal stuff like kids, right? Because my daughter, I think at that time was going off to college, and I think one of her sons was as well. So, we had so much to talk about. And then just, even if I didn't have an appointment with her, we would see each other, in passing, and, hug and talk and just say, hey, and then keep moving, right? So I'm going to miss that. I'm definitely going to miss it. She's one of the people that I look forward to seeing, just to say hi, and, you keep it moving, right? But I was deeply saddened by that. And so rest in peace, Miss Debbie Megna. Once again, Travel Costa Mesa. She was a destination sales executive for them. So I just wanted to, because that was on my heart to say something. So there you go. So there you go. All right, let's move forward. Top 50 social media influencers in global hospitality. International Hospitality Institute, always a shout out to them. So thank you so much for this distinction. If you didn't know, that was me at the bottom, in the middle. There's 9 people there, right? That's just some people. Of course, I'm only going to show the page that I'm on, right? Okay, so I'm there. So just because people are like, if you just tell people that, oh yeah, I'm one of the top 50, they're like, yeah, right, you can tell me anything. But if you actually see it, it's a photograph, and I'm there with some other distinctive members, and they're like, oh, okay, well, maybe it's true. Maybe Russell is one of them. Okay, so shout out to, once again, International Hospitality Institute and Dr. Jeffrey O for this distinction. I appreciate it. And why am I letting you guys know about this? Because you may not have known that, right? So it's all about visibility, right? So visibility is the key. You want to make sure people know. You got to be the one, if it's your brand, you got to be the one out there letting people know that, hey, this is what's going on. This is what I do. This is how I can help you, whatever. And if it comes along with, one of the top 50 social media influencers in global hospitality, when that means global, when it says global, that means all over the world, right? That means international. So you got to let people know. Sometimes you do have to pat yourself on the back. You just have to let people know this is what you do. And this is some of the distinctions or whatever that I have received, right? Because if you don't tell people, if you're not excited about what you do or who you are, no one else is going to be excited about your brand. So why should they be excited if you're not excited, right? So if I never told anybody, they're like, hey, I didn't know you were this. You have opportunity. people, but you don't. And they're like, well, some people are humble that way. Okay, I'm humble as well, but hey, I have a platform to let people know. So boom, I'm gonna do it, right? And it's all over LinkedIn and all that stuff. So anyway, once again, the comments are open, so feel free to make comments. If you're watching this on LinkedIn and you can make your comments. You can make your comments on YouTube in real time, meaning if it just pops up on my screen after you made your comments, I can put it on the screen so the whole world globally, internationally can see your comments. Okay. But if it's on LinkedIn, I have to go back and, later after the show's over, see LinkedIn and like, oh, okay, thanks for the comment, or, whatever, address whatever questions or whatever somebody wants to talk about. So there you go. So feel free to make comments. I'm all about engagement. I'm all about, talking it through. Okay. Because that's just what I do. Talk it through. So these are all, like I said, this is the view from, of course, hotel. Oh my goodness. What did I just do? No, I did not. Hotel Del Coronado. See, that's one thing. You make a mistake, you can change it on the fly if you need to. Hopefully not many people saw it. Well, if they see this, they're going to see like, oh my God, that Russell, he did something. But anyway, yeah, so what's it called? Ecamm Live gives me the opportunity to just change things on the fly if I need to. So there you go. So the blog. So anything that I talk about, including today's topic, will be on the blog. So you don't have to necessarily, write things down, take notes, or commit to memory, because it's going to be there. So don't even worry about it. Just go to russellofhotels.com, as it says on the scrolling ticker, the bouncing ball at the bottom. Remember the bouncing ball? Yeah, can we recreate that? Anyway, the ticker going on russellofhotels.com. Just go to the blog, hit that button, the blog button, bing. And anything that I talk about, or any topics, any current topics, any past topics, are all there. I don't delete anything. It's all there. So feel free to, go and check that out. You have any questions, feel free to reach out and touch, and then we can address them as they come up. So once again, that's the blog. So check it out. And today's topic is on there already, so you don't have to worry about it, okay? So top 3 things, and these things don't have to be that long. I kind of make things long. In fact, originally this was top 5, but I said, you know what? Let me condense it to top 3. We ain't got time for this, okay? Top 3, all right? So, and these shows, daily check-in, typically go about 15, 20 minutes or so. So we're trying to keep it to that. We're going to see. Well, I'm at 13 minutes now. I don't think I can finish in 2 minutes, but we're going to do our best, okay? Woo, that was a good one. So top 3 things every hotel, CVB, DMO should do after hosting a fam trip. Now, I've been talking all week about what I should do, when after a fam trip, because the work starts after the fam trip. The fam trip itself should be fun. I mean, you're meeting people, all that stuff, but the real work starts after everybody's gone, and you kind of unwind, like, okay, what do I need to do? Number 1, follow up promptly with attendees. Send personalized thank you emails within 48 hours. Include digital collateral, photos, video recaps, updated fact sheets, whatever it is, because you want people to know exactly, because everybody's coming at every angle. So Discover Coronado, the Marriott Coronado, Hotel Del Coronado, Glorietta in Coronado, the Marriott in Coronado. So we're getting, and the Lowe's in Coronado. So we're getting all this information, but it's good to get kind of like a summary of everything that we've seen or that we talked about. Hotels can send out their individual things like, okay, we have this much meeting space. This is our updated, whatever meeting specs or whatever, or, we're about to undergo a renovation, whatever the heck it is. Update us, let us know what's going on so we remember all these things, because a lot of times we're talking to everybody and we're not really focusing on that. So it's good to, get a recap, if you will. So once again, number 1, follow up promptly with attendees. Send personalized thank you emails within 48 hours or, by the end of the week, okay? Include digital collateral, photos, video recaps, updated fact sheets, and then make yourself available for follow-up questions or group RFPs, okay? Because at the end of the day, that's what we want, or that's what they want. They want RFPs. We want to be able to send RFPs, and you want to be able to receive them, right? But yeah, so just make sure we're following up on those things, because I think that's muy importante that we do those things. And sometimes those things fall off. But let me just say this. Let me just give you a little inside information. Okay, Miss Shari Sherry is already sending this stuff. She's already reached out. She's already asked questions. How can we improve all those things? So shout out to Sherry. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So Sherry's on top of it. So thank you so much, Sherry Discover Coronado, for being on top of that and sending emails out and receiving these things, asking those questions that similar to what I just asked. Number 2, leverage fam content. Share behind the scenes moments and group highlights on social media. Yeah, do that. She's done that already, I saw. Tag attendees to increase visibility and engagement. Yes, always tag people that are in the photos, that were there. Even the hotels, okay? Even if the hotels were not represented, if you represent those hotels, tag them so they know exactly that, okay, Sherry with Discover Coronado, she just sent us this. She tagged us on this. Oh, I didn't even know that they were in town. I'm just throwing that stuff out there. But yeah, so you always want to make sure you tag everything that I do this whole week. I made sure if I'm at the, first and foremost, I'm tagging Discover Coronado. If I'm at the Lowe's, I'm doing Coronado. If I'm at the Marriott, of course I'm tagging the Marriott. Glorietta, yes, of course I'm doing that. Hotel Del, yes, of course I'm going to tag them. So just make sure you're tagging them. Tag attendees to increase visibility and engagement. Number 3, the third one is use testimonies or quotes from attendees with permission to market future group experiences. Yeah, so if you ask for testimonies, in fact, why don't you ask for testimonies, and then you can post them or however you want, providing they gave you the okay to do that stuff, they gave you permission. But yeah, why wouldn't we give you permission? So yeah, so do that, ask those questions, and there you go. I don't see anything wrong with that. So once again, number 2 was leverage the fam content. Remember, all this stuff will be on my blog, so you don't have to worry about writing notes. Number 3, evaluate and improve. Debrief internally. What worked? What could be better? Ask the question, right? Even I'm sure in your head, or the person who put this together's head, they're thinking about those things as well. Like, let me evaluate because I want to improve, right? What worked? What could be better? What didn't work? What I just need to just get rid of and start over. Whatever that is, write those things down. Gather attendee feedback through a short survey. Keep it simple and quick. Yeah, you don't have to have this long, drawn out, survey. Just a couple questions. Sherry sent out an email, said, hey, do you have anything that we could have done better? What did you like? What didn't you like? And all that kind of stuff, right? I just sent out a quick little thing. Boom, done. Okay. Gather attendee feedback through. Okay, I already said that. Use this insight to improve your next fam experience and overall group hosting process. I can say this, and I already said this already, right? Discover Coronado and Sherry did a great job. Okay, so there you go. I don't know how many or what ways she can improve. I did put maybe one thing, but it had nothing to do with her. So anyways, but it's things that she can pass along to her partner hotels. And it was nothing big. It was something relatively small. It was just a food selection thing that, of course, people with different dietary restrictions or different needs, And so I just threw that stuff out there. But yeah, so everything went well. I had a great time. Most of the people I talked to had a great time as well. And it was good to meet people that I haven't met before, meeting planners, and talk to them about what they do, how they started their business. What are they doing? What are their biggest, issues that they're having these days? Those are ways that we can get together and talk about those things, right? So there you go. And then meeting all the hotel partners, maybe the people in events or convention services, the salespeople that will partner with us and all that stuff. So it's always good. The general manager were there. At least 2 GMs were there as well. So we appreciate that because we know those GMs, it's hard pressed to get them in a room together, right? They actually 2 of them went to the baseball game, and they couldn't wait to get out of there. You know what I mean? So they're like, okay, made a cameo, deuces. That's how they do. They threw up the deuces. They went like that, and they were out. So, but no, I appreciate them coming in and saying hey, showing their face, and shaking hands and all that kind of stuff. So we appreciate that as well. So there you go. Me being a former GM, I know we got a lot of things to be doing, but they saw the importance of at least being there for a little while and meeting, talking, meeting with people, breaking bread, having a couple of drinks, having some chicken wings together, whatever the heck it was. It's always a good thing for that. So there you go. So that is my 3 things every hotel, CVB, DMO should do after hosting a fam trip. Remember, it is on my blog, so you didn't have to write this stuff down. If you want to go back and rewind it and look at it again, you can. That'd be great. So this room right here, I had to make sure, I wish I had the whole room so you can see. This is the meeting space, right? But the one thing I wanted to capture are these, the chandeliers. They're crown. It's called the crown room, right? I thought it was so unique. And God knows how long ago these were made, but they are authentic, and probably, I bet no other hotel in the world has those crown type chandeliers. I mean, just unique to that room, unique to this property. And I don't know if the crown goes back to 88, but maybe it does. I don't know. But hey, what the heck? So anyway, On Air with Russell of Hotels comes on every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube, just like this show here. So make sure that'll be show number 301, because I just did show number 300 on Tuesday. So if you didn't check out show number 300, please check that out. It is there. It is on YouTube. It is on LinkedIn. And I believe I put it on Facebook as well. So feel free to check that out. And I just wanted to, what am I doing here? What am I doing? I wanted to save that and change the font on there, the color, so you can see maybe that a little better. I don't know. But yeah, so show 301 is coming. Yes, I've done 300 shows of On Air with Russell of Hotels. Yeah, who would have knew? Who knew? Who would have known? Anyway, let's move on, because I'm almost done. It's 22 minutes. I say this thing takes about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm over that too. So there you go. So real quick, any information that you need from me, you want to reach out to me, feel free, reach out in touch. Just email me, and my email is at the bottom, russell@russellofhotels.com. Feel free to email me. You can call me, go to my website, russellofhotels.com. That's my website, russell@russellofhotels.com. That's the email, okay? My phone number is on my email. If if it moves you to call me, that's fine. You can call me, because I'm accessible. It seems like something is on my. Is something on my? What is that? It is something I moved against or rubbed against. I was like, maybe that's something that's just on the camera or something. But no, there's something on my shirt. Anyway. I went the whole show without even noticing that until I just get to this point, right? But anyway, this is one of the guest rooms here at the Hotel Del Coronado. But yeah, feel free to reach out to me, russell@russellofhotels.com. Go to my website, russellofhotels.com. If you want my phone number is there. You can call me, ask me questions, all that kind of stuff, because that's what it's all about, right? Remember this, you can't expect results if you're hiding. Visibility is not luck, it's strategy. This is strategy that I do this show, right? It's strategy that I'm on here talking about the things that I do, talking about the hotels that I've been to. It's strategy to put that brand, or keep your brand in the forefront, like people see it, like top of mind kind of thing. Just like I bring along a hotel with me, because it's all about visibility. And contrary to popular belief, everyone does not know our hotels exist. Everyone does not know our destinations exist. Our DMOs, our CVBs, our DMCs, everyone does not know they exist. So we have to be more visible, and we have to use visibility as a strategy, not just, you by the luck of the draw, you happen to see me, right? No, you need to be doing things all the time, consistently posting things. Just like we talked about, the content from the fam trip. This is all content that I'm using, right? It's content that I got from the fam. I got hundreds of photos that I'm going to be using in the coming weeks, right? So I'm not going to do everything all at one time, right? But all week I've been doing something. I've been posting things. I do a show every single day this week, right? And I'm talking about a hotel that I've been to. And I will never, this is a disclaimer here, I will never show a hotel that I've never been to. I get calls, I get emails all the time. Hey, can you, they send me the photos, right? Send me a video. Can you show this video on your show, on that daily check-in that you do? Can you show? No, I can't. I've never even been there. I've never even heard of that hotel. But no, I can't do that, and I won't do that. So only the hotels that I've been to will I do that, right? So there you go. If you want me to do that, well, then I have to come to your hotel. So that's where this email and this phone number comes in mind, right? Or my website. So contact me and we can, we can work it out. But yeah, so you can't expect results if you're hiding. Visibility is not luck, it's strategy. So just make sure that we understand that and we're using that because, like I said, everyone does not know that our brands exist. We have to make people know that it exists, right? We want to be top of mind. So I want to be top of mind. So that's why I do 5 days a week of me, right? And even with doing 5 days a week of me and 300 shows of On Air with Russell of Hotels, you think everyone knows who I am? No, they don't. In your hotel, this Hotel Del Coronado, they've been around since 1888. You think they need some marketing too? Of course they do. Every hotel does. Because they're not top of mind. If you're top of mind, that's fine. If they're 365 days a week, sold out 100%, that's fine. But I don't know hotels that are doing that, right? So let's just make sure that we're doing it. And it's by happenstance that people happen to find us on social media. They're finding us because we're working it. We're putting things out, consistently. I'm not saying you got to do things like I do. I'm not saying you have to do a show for your hotel like I do. But you got to do something. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Visibility, just remember this, and I'm gonna leave it at this. Visibility leads to brand awareness. Brand awareness leads to brand excitement. And brand excitement leads to bookings. This is a pen. Drop the pen, I'm done, okay? So just remember those things because at the end of the day, we want bookings or we want to make revenue. Well, it all starts with visibility. If you're not visible, you're never going to get to those bookings, okay? So, and it does take time. It doesn't just, I do this one time and I got a wealth of business now. No, that's not how it works. It's being consistent. It's practicing what you preach, right? It's doing all the things that we do and then some. I mean, being a marketer for a hotel is a full-time gig. It's not something you can just wake up and just, post one time and expect people are going to be seeing these things. No. It's hard work, right? I mean, I've been doing this show since the On Air with Russell of Hotels since 2019. Okay, that's how I can amass 300 shows. But one thing that I can say, consistency. That's the key. And no one's gonna outwork me being consistent, showing off hotels, showing off brands, hospitality. No one's gonna outwork me on that. So because it's all about consistency. And if anyone can show consistency, is me. Boom! There you go. I'm done. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Hey, happy Father's Day to everybody, all the fathers out there at least. Appreciate what you do because I do it too. So I know what we go through. So happy Father's Day. And I guess that's it. Have a great weekend to everyone else. And we'll be back on Monday to do it again. So the daily check-in is Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. On Tuesday is On Air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about. It'll be show number 301. Anyway, that is it. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you next Monday. And as always, peace.